Hello guys, it's your boy Drix. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something, and that is how to find out if the guy who is into you or the guy you are into is a player. Now, without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. There are signs you need to see in a person. To you it may seem like it's good, it's very nice, but in real sense they are red flags actually, and they call for your attention. They call for you to pay more attention to the person you are dating or the person you are in a relationship with. Number one sign that could give him off as a player or as a potential player is if he is too nice. The player knows what every lady needs, and so they work particularly on those things they know you need. They make you hear the things you want to hear. They make you feel exactly the way you want to feel. No argument. The relationship is always perfect. Even when you raise an argument which you know obviously that you are not right, they will always accept that you are right. They make you feel like you have a perfect relationship. That's because they have a plan. They don't want to argue with you because they know arguing with you could spoil business for them. So whichever thing you do, you are always right. They are always too nice to you. That is number one sign. That is number one step that could give him off as a potential player. So look out for that. If a guy you are dating doesn't argue with you, he doesn't disagree with you, he's always the nicest person you could ever meet on the planet. I'm not trying to a kind of spoil your business or trying to be a source of discouragement, but you should pay more attention to guys who are perfect. There are no perfect person, and in a relationship anybody who tends to act very perfectly is a call for concern. That's number one. Now the number two thing that could give him off as a player is if he enjoys being the center of attention in your relationship. He doesn't want you to have any time to even think about yourself or how to develop yourself. He just wants to for your world to keep on revolving around him. That's another sign that could also give him up as a potential player or as a player. So if you're dating a guy who always wants to remain at the center of everything, who wants to remain at the center of your life in everything you do, that could also be a red flag. So pay attention to that as well. Then number three on the list is if he makes you feel like a queen. A player will make you feel like a queen that you are not. He will use love bombs on you, bombard you with gifts even when you do not ask. It will be too good to be true. You will know, you will see the signs, but because you are already intoxicated in love at that particular point, you'll not be able to read between the lines. He doesn't bother spending. It doesn't matter what you ask of, he always gives it to you. That could also give him off as a player. Why? He doesn't want to resist you because he came to eat, he came to have you. And believe me, once he's had enough of you, he's going to bounce. And once you start or you keep on asking for the same thing you have been asking of before, you will not get them anymore. Another sign that you could be dating a player is if he's always busy. He doesn't have time for you. The only time he has time for you is when it has to do with sex. He will give you time. He only call or text you late at night. He shows one thing that you are not a priority in his life. He shows one thing that you are not even anywhere close to the center of his life. So he can only call you when he closes from work late at night, maybe when you are sleepy already. Or he can only call you when you take out your time to call him first and then he calls back. It could also be a sign that you are dealing with a player. Somebody who is genuinely in love with you cannot go half a day without hearing from you. He cannot go half a day without calling to know how you are doing. So also watch out for a sign. On to the next thing on the list, which is if he is friends with most girls. A guy who is genuinely in love with you will respect you naturally. He doesn't need to be told to keep his distance from other girls and other ladies. He will do that naturally out of the love and respect he has for you. But if you are in a relationship with a player, he doesn't mind keeping 5, 6, 7, 8 other girls, and when you ask, they will just tell you he's just my friend, there's nothing going on, he's just friend. But always you get them or you find him chatting with those people. You always find them a kind of being engaged, not it may not necessarily be sexual engagement, but physically you find them chatting, you find them talking always, even more attention that he gives to them than he gives to you. That could also be a sign that you are in with a player. If he is a serious person, he wouldn't dare keep most girls as friends. So that's also a sign. Now the next thing is if he doesn't introduce you to his friend. If you're dating a player, he wants to keep you secret. If you're dating a player, he doesn't want other girls to know that he's dating you, so that you will not knock his other jobs. So if your potential partner or the person you are dating presently doesn't feel that it is worthy, or that he should introduce you to some of his friends, when you maybe you're just strolling with him along the road and you come across any of his friends and he thinks or he feels for some reason he doesn't need to introduce you to them, that could be a red flag. You are a human being, for Christ's sake. Read between the lines. Somebody who loves you and wants you for keeps for a longer term will always be proud to introduce you to his friends and probably his member of his inner circles and his cliques. So if he doesn't introduce you to his friends, it can also be a sign that he is hiding you, and possibly the reason why he could be hiding you is because he doesn't want other guests to find out that he has anything to do with you. Now, lastly on the list is if he has no plan. If you're dating a player will always want to take. He wants to be at the center of your life. He wants to be pounding you for as long as it takes. No real plans in place. So if you find out that the person you are in a relationship with does not have a plan, he doesn't even talk about you, the two of you building a life together. He doesn't even talk about, what you could become or how you could be improved as a person. He just wants you for keeps, for sex sake. You should know that this is a red flag and he could be a player. Somebody who has you at heart genuinely will have a plan for you. They will be the one to always ask you, what are you going to do? This is the new year. What are your plans for the year? What do you intend to do? This year has come, last year has come and gone, and so it will be a good idea for you to be in so position at this point in time next year. You find out they are truly interested in your personal development, not just when it has to do with sex, not just when it has to do with you looking good for them for some sake that I personally do not understand. So they have no real plans in place. They just want to take and always take. And when you want to say something or make suggestion or bring up ideas that could also lead to the betterment of you as a person, they find it offensive. They say, what are you going to, why do you want to further your education, why do you want to travel, they just want to keep you for pounding sake. That's a red flag that you could be dating a player. Do not date somebody who has no interest in your personal development as a person. Such a person could be a destroyer, except you are the type that also want to go in for the cash. You are also there in the relationship because you want to peak, you want to ball with that person, not necessarily because you want to be the life with that person. So I've taken out time to give you some of the tips that could help you understand if you are in a relationship or if you are dating a player. Now, don't forget to like this video, click the subscribe button and share this video, and most importantly, tell me what you think on the comment section below. We could always curate and pick our next topic from the comment section. If there is any particular thing you want us to discuss on our next video, don't forget to drop it down below. I'll always be here to pick and answer all your questions as they come. Thank you so much for being a member of Tricks Tube. I love you. And until next time, peace out.